And we're back. It's episode 3 of the Danny Roberts experience. Yeah, let's get on with it. Today it's going to be Would You Rather. So it's going to be a bunch of different, like, some of them are, I was going to put them into like categories like I did last time, where I had like, I don't know, people and movies, and what was the last one was Lost Souls and Vulgar. Quite a few of these are Lost Souls / Vulgar, but I just couldn't be bothered. I couldn't be bothered grouping them into different categories, so I've just put them all there. So I'm just gonna literally go through them, and whatever comes up, whatever comes up. Hopefully I get through them all. There's quite a lot, but yeah, some of them are actually difficult. So some of them I might just be a bit like, I don't know. Like I'm gonna try my best to answer every single one of them, but if I genuinely feel like it's gonna, for legal reasons or something, get me into a bit of stick, then I'm not doing it. But people, I said I was gonna do it. The other podcast, I don't know, can't remember if you remember. I said I was gonna do it. I've been waiting to open this so I can do it on here. We have got ourselves a Serbian scarf. Look at that. Right, so the people who, whenever I'm bothering to put this on Spotify, people who are listening will never know what this is, but I'm going to explain it for them so they can see in their mind. I'm going to paint the picture, that's what I'm going to do, right? This is a scarf, it feels okay, but it's a scarf, and it's actually from Serbia, like it's a Serbian scarf, it has a Serbian flag / crest kind of thing going on, it has a big word, Serbian word across it. I have no idea what it means. I think it might be a football one, I'm not too sure. But yeah, Depop, £12. What a bargain. I've been waiting to open that for a good few days, and I did it. I've got another package, it's me footy boots, but I'm not going to do that. You know what, I'll do it. I've already got this pair of footy boots, but I thought, you know what, I love them that much, I'm going to buy another pair on Depop. Let's see the sole plate. The sole plate on my ones are actually broken a bit. Actually not in bad condition. They're probably better condition than my ones. Let's see. Yeah, I think so. They're good little backup boots, but got ourselves some F50 2011 Suarez David Villa-esque boots. But yeah, throw them there. Right, let's get on with it. Okay, so the first one, so this is what made me think maybe I should do the Lost Souls / Vulgar. Now, I'm putting this on the internet, like this goes on my legacy, this goes on the record, this is potentially what I will be remembered for. Do you know what I mean? Like this is real. The first one I got given on Instagram, when I done like the little thing where people could type in and that, the first one I got was kill a distant family member or hit the crossbar with a newborn baby. He also put the detail, it dies instantly on impact. What am I meant to say to that? What am I meant to say to that? So like, you know what I mean? Like, let's be honest, everyone sort of like thinks, well, like if your family or like, you know, like adopted family, like say like friends, I feel like they're like adopted family, they're like family you bring through like choice kind of thing. So obviously everyone's always like tight with the family, and I mean, they say like blood is thicker than water, that kind of thing. But in what world can I morally say I will kick a newborn baby and it hits a crossbar? So a crossbar, for anyone who doesn't know, it's a football goal, and it hits the top frame and it dies on impact. Like, in what world? Do you know what? I'm gonna go for the distant family member just because I don't want to not answer it, because the one's the first one. But I can't morally put on the internet at least that I would hit the crossbar with a baby. Like, I can't say that, right? So I'm gonna go for the distant family member, because they probably had a good life. And not just that, let's justify this. I'm a catch. Let's be honest, I'm a catch. And you've decided not to be in my life. You're a distant family member. I don't even know you. So yeah, that's your fault. So that was someone called Josh. I'm not going to exactly say everyone's name, but Josh, you are a psychopath. Just letting you know. Right, so next one. Would you go, this is just a nice one. Go back and change your past or see yourself in the future. Right. Okay. With this one, it's a difficult one, that, right? So I wouldn't want to go back and change the past because I'm pretty content and happy with it myself on how my life has turned out, how I am as a person, everything I've learned, all my experiences, good and bad. So I wouldn't want to do that because I'd be changing the person who I am today. Like, no, let's be serious. That's like the realness of the would you rather here. Or would you want to go to the future and see yourself? Like, I wouldn't mind going to the future to see myself, but at the same time, if you see yourself, see, this is where my brain goes into so many different layers of thought. Is it right? You go into the future, you see yourself, you're not happy with yourself, yeah? So then you think, I'm going to make a conscious effort to make sure that is not my future self. So you do all these mad efforts, right? But could it be a case of, because you've seen yourself, you made all these drastic efforts to try be something that you want to be, that you didn't see in the future, but really that journey and that pursuit of trying to change your future actually gets you to that exact point. Do you know what I mean? That could be a movie. Probably is a movie. It's a very simple concept. But yeah, honestly, I'd probably go to the past, you know, even though just justified why I wouldn't go to the past. I'd probably go to the past and then, I don't know, maybe like just like be a bit more braver in situations of like, you know, where I might have regretted something, maybe. Probably that. But I'm pretty happy with like how I am nowadays, so I wouldn't want to change who I am today. Like, I'm really genuinely like, obviously there's stuff I can improve on and stuff that like I'm not happy with in the sense of like what I could be better at and stuff like that. But as a person, I feel like I'm quite happy as a person, like who I am and that. So we'll go to the past, but yeah, Shibby, that was a good one to be fair. Then this one's from someone who's a user 54645457 and loads of numbers, whatever. Be given 100 million, but you have to do a roly-poly everywhere you go, or be homeless and every penny you're given goes to Dean Ashton. For anyone who doesn't know, Dean Ashton is a West Ham footballer who had to retire at the age of like 27 or something because he had like a disease in his bones. Yeah, Dean Ashton, not a bad player to be fair. I'll probably go for the 100 million roly-poly, if I'm totally honest. Don't get me wrong, Dean Ashton, you might need all the money you can get because he had to retire very early from footy. But 100 million, well, it depends actually. The roly-poly, do you mean I can't walk, I can't run, I've got to roly-poly for travel, any sort of manual travel? I have to roly-poly, or is it just like once I arrive places, I have to do a roly-poly? If it's when I arrive, I do a roly-poly, 100% I'm taking the 100 million. But if it's I have to roly-poly everywhere, I'd probably be so static. I'd probably go like, I don't know, let myself go, do you know what I mean, gain a bit of weight, but I'd probably make it so my life just revolves around like one room, and then I can just sort of literally just chill with me 100 million. I'd just have everything I want. I probably wouldn't go out as much, but yeah. Or what I'd do is I'd buy an island, a very small island, right? And I'd swim. I'd make it so I built like an economy. This is a stupid thought. I'd buy a little island surrounded by one bigger island, right? So basically, but the bigger island is like a donut. I would literally have like a one room kind of thing going on for this island. It'd be one room. As soon as I open the door, there's like a small tiny beach, like literally like 3 foot, 5 foot of beach. then it's water. I would swim all the way to over to the donut island around my little island, and on the shore of each of that island, I'd make sure there was like these bollards, so there was like, you know, I could sit on it and it'd just be like a market. So there'd be like restaurants on the northeast, then in the southeast there'd be like shopping sort of stuff, then there'd be like electronics in the south, northwest would just be like something that can relate to Liverpool in some sort of manner, because, you know, northwest. But yeah, I'd probably do something like that with 100 million. To be fair, 100 million wouldn't even be able to do that. But yeah, we'll go for the 100 million, why not? Right, okay. Spend a day in the past or spend a day in the future? Spend a day there, so that's just like spending a day, and I'd probably go with I'm very fortunate, do you know what I mean? Like, not many people in my life have like passed and stuff like that. So like directly, like selfishly, know, you sort of have like family members who you might want to see and stuff like that. I'm not thinking directly straight away like, oh, there's like all these family members that I got to miss out on, like me, like, I don't know, someone may have passed when I was younger, stuff like that. Like, I haven't had many like deaths in my family, which is kind of a good thing and kind of a bad thing as well. That means when it actually happens as you get older, it's probably worse. But so when I'm thinking of the past, I'm thinking purely of just like, I get to be with people who I don't even know. Do you know what I mean? So it'd be like interesting, I guess. So like famous people and that. But the future, spending a day in the future. Do you know what? I'd probably just spend a day in the future. Spend a day in the future, try understand the nuances of the future, and try to take as much information as I can back, and then build a business around it. If I'm totally honest, I'd probably do something like that. I wouldn't even have a laugh. I'd just try my best to learn, just like a proper weirdo. Yeah, so I'd go to the future. Tunna, not a bad question. Fair play. Then we've got ourselves reincarnated as a sea creature or an airborne creature, says Oliver. Now, Oliver, that's a good question, right? Because, don't get me wrong, I feel like there'll be nothing more fun at all than being able to fly. Being able to fly would be such a good feature in our lives, honestly. You'd be able to just go wherever you want. Birds don't necessarily go where they want, they just, because they do the whole, like, I don't know, I was getting cold, let's go to the south or the east or whatever it is, do you know what I mean? However, we've discovered like 10% of the ocean or something. No, do you know what I mean? Something daft like that. Like, so as long as I'm I feel like if you're an airborne creature, you are less likely to be hunted down by a predator. But if in the case that I'm like almost like guaranteed I'm not gonna get like eaten unless I'm in like pure put myself in bad situations. If I'm guaranteed a little bit of like safety, I'd go for a sea creature. Because there'd just be so much that we could just see down there, do you know what I mean? And sort of discover a new world and stuff like that. So I'd probably go for that. But if it's just like, oh, you're like a B-Tech creature, do you know what I mean? You're like a bit of a prey, I'd probably go for airborne. This is life. We want a life. So Ham Jam's my little Irish mate. Shout out to Ham Jam. He said, dance with polar bears or play Russian roulette. Honestly, I think, like, I'm gonna assume when you say dancing with polar bears, you mean like I'm with polar bears and they could potentially like just kill me because they are very vicious creatures. Bit of a false narrative with polar bears. People think they're like this cuddly, lovely creature. No, they're very vicious. But yeah, I'd probably chance. They're very fast, so I couldn't even run away. and the chances are I'm in their terrain, you know what I mean? I'm in snow, bit of ice, maybe even super cold water, like they're definitely gonna kill me. So I'm probably gonna chance it with the Russian roulette, if I'm totally honest. Like, hang on, how many is there? Isn't there like 9 bullets in the chamber? Or 8, even if it's 6, yeah, hang on, 33, what's half of 33? Whatever half of 33 is, it's like 17 or something like that, or 16.5 or somewhere around there. Anyway, I think it's like 16.7, yeah. So 16.7% chance you're gonna die with Russian roulette if it's 6 bullets in, you know what I mean, 6 like openings and one's got a bullet. That's not bad chances. I feel like your chances of survival if you directly with a polar bear is probably your chance of like death is probably higher. It's probably like, I don't know, 40%. So I'll probably just chance whatever I think is the most likely percent I'll survive. So then we've got another one: teleport or speak every language in the world. Don't get me wrong, it would be nice to speak every language in the world, because, you know, you could just communicate and you wouldn't have any terrible time. But I've been into countries where they don't speak English, they're struggling to understand me because of my accent as well, and I've got by. Do you know what I mean? Teleport easily. That's one of the powers that I think I'd want. Just being able to teleport places is amazing. So I'd go for teleport all day, every day. Sleep with your ex or sleep with a creepy neighbour. Like, someone called Jordan, he wrote that. I don't know, like, sleep with your ex or a creepy neighbour. Depends what you mean by creepy neighbour. I'm thinking specifically of, tell you a little story actually. So we've got I don't wanna, I'm not saying his last name, and people don't know where I live, so I'll just say his first name. His name's John, right? So growing up, we're like 12 to 14. We made this game called the lamppost game, and what you do is it's pretty much like hide and seek kind of thing, right? Right? So you're on the lamppost, you count to whatever, I think it was like 40 we'd do. Yeah, so you count to 40. They'd be like blind, so obviously they'd face the lamppost, you couldn't look anywhere. And then what we'd do is we'd all hide in like the vicinity of like this lamppost, because the objective is you need to get to the lamppost while the person who's seeking looks for you. Once they spot you, they'd run to the lamppost and go like, say, I think, what did we used to say? One lamppost, 1, 2, 3 lamppost. Jack is behind the red car. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, like if someone's like running to the lamppost, like to try, because the seeker has to defend the lamppost as well as find all of you. And yeah, so if the seeker had like travelled too far, and then you could run to the lamppost. Oh, just stop me. Walked a little bit. You could run to the lamppost and go 1, 2, 3 lamppost, save all, and then it's reset kind of thing, and like you save the day basically. So anyway, we played this game, great game, unbelievable game. I advise you to play it. If anyone, there's definitely not a young viewer here. I feel like most of the viewers are between 18 and 24, so like somewhere around there. So yeah, so if you want to ever play a game or advise kids to play a game, give them the lamppost game. Great game. Anyway, so back to me proper story. So we played that game, right? And directly next to the lamppost we always used to use was this like these flats, and on the bottom floor it's like retirement kind of people. They're all old people. So I don't know if it's like the top flats are like one company and then the bottom flats are a different company. I don't know. They look different as well, and they're like, I don't know, it's weird. But they all like, the bottom ones have like a bit of a garden, stuff like that. So there's John. John's got nowhere, he's got a walking stick, he's got glasses. Lovely fella, do you know what I mean? Dead nice. Used to smoke a cigar, and we used to say, John, like, we don't like smoke. And you're like, no, smoke by us and that. And be like, yeah, don't worry lads. Yeah, I'll stand over there, and then I'll like sort of like watch us play and that. This looks funny, this, whatever. Nice fella. Little do I know, little do I know, eventually, months, maybe even like a year later or whatever, something like that, I don't know, ages later, say to my mum, oh yeah, we played a lamppost game by the shop, by the flats. It's like, oh yeah. And she's like, we're talking about it. I go, yeah, John always watches us. And she's like, John? Who the hell's John? I went, John, like the old fella and that. And then she goes, where does he live? I say, the flats, like on the bottom thing. She went, Dan, do you know he got done for like being a bit weird with kids? And I was like, wait, what? This dead lovely man got done for that. We got a letter in the post saying like, oh yeah, you have like a whatever fella living by you kind of thing, just to sort, because apparently if you're a parent you'll get things like that, apparently. Yeah, never been so shocked in my life. And like, it all makes sense now, like, when I think about it, he used to stand there and just watch us all day. But yeah, great story. But yeah, so I'm thinking of him now because you've told me like, oh, creepy neighbour. But I'd go with the ex. Do you know what I mean? I don't fancy getting jiggy with John. You know what I mean? Maybe the lamppost game, fair game. Do you know what I mean? But not jiggy with John. So we'll go with the ex. Probably be a bit awkward. Do you know what I mean? But it'd just be one of them. Well, it depends what you mean by an ex. Do you know what I mean? Do you mean like a relationship, or do you mean like one night stand? Do you know what I mean? It depends what you mean by an ex. An ex on the beach. I can't remember if they used to count like kissing someone as an ex, or just sleeping with them as an ex. So yeah, it depends what you mean by an ex, but I've got like what I'm thinking of an ex, I guess, so I'll probably just go with them. But yeah, it's kind of be awkward, but it's easier. Then we've got this. Be ill for once a week. Be ill for a week once a month, but you live forever. Or perfect health until 65. Then you've got 1 year left to live. Is that like, I don't know. I feel like people have not understood these concepts here a little bit. To me, that's an easy one. Is that not an easy one to everyone? Like, I'd easily be ill for a week and then live forever. Like, I don't know, is that an easy one? Because I think I'm definitely gonna live past 65 anyway. And I feel like I've been relatively healthy throughout my life. So, do you know what I mean? Like, I think I'll live well past 65. Unless something happens to me, like get hit by a car, something like that. I don't know, I just feel like that's an easy one though. Just for once a week. I mean, being ill for a week once a month. Yeah, cutting 25% of your life really. But then again, when you're ill, you can watch Netflix and stuff. Depends what you mean by ill. If you mean in excruciating pain, then maybe the 65 wouldn't be as bad. But if you mean just ill, there, you're just like, oh, I've got a headache, I need to sit on the couch, I need to be in bed. I'm sound with that. Do you know what I mean? Honestly, like, yeah, completely sound with that. I'll probably do that when I'm healthy. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I'll go with the live forever one, most likely. Then we got Kian. Kian's just asked, give up your console, i.e. Xbox, PlayStation, stuff like that, games console, or stop kissing your nan on the legs. Kian, I'm going to go with the nan. I will never stop kissing my nan on the legs. I feel like it's inappropriate to stop. It's very much a tradition in my family. You kiss your nan on the legs, do you know what I mean? You look your mum in the eye when you eat dinner and you kiss your nan on the legs. It's simple as that. But yeah, thanks Kian for asking that one. Then we've got Ellie. Ellie's saying, be a wool from Widnes or Runcorn, or made of wool. Where's me the bottle of water? Probably be a wool, I guess. Probably be a wool. Because like, at the end of the day, let's be honest, it really doesn't matter. Being made of wool, would I still be able to be like, I don't know, do stuff? I'd assume I couldn't. I'd assume I couldn't do the stuff I want to do in life if I'm made of wool. So probably be a wool. Just makes sense. For anyone who doesn't know, a wool is someone who's from the outskirts of Liverpool. They're not, you wouldn't say they're from Liverpool, but they live kind of on the outskirts of Liverpool. So they're like in an in-between land, potentially. Maybe that's a good kind of way to explain it. Then we've got Mason's asked, kiss a 16-year-old or kiss an 80-year-old? Now I'm going to go for the 80-year-old because when people say like, oh Danny, what's your type? There's two things that I say. No way, like some people like blondes and like a nice bum, or I don't know. People have like little characteristics that they like in people and what's their type. For me, it's one of them is consent. My type is consent, and my second one is dementia. And I feel like 80-year-olds are closer to dementia than the 16-year-olds. So dementia, consent, 80-year-old all day, neck and arm with the 80-year-old, and you can print that. Do you know what I mean? Send that to the Echo. Danny Roberts, next, 80-year-old, really fastly, causes heart attack. Now in older hay, everyone is confused with how 80-year-old is in child's hospital. That's your headline for the Echo. It'll be all over, front page and the back page. Do you know what I mean? There's no sport now. Footy's ended. Right, so nice one, Mason, for trying to get me into the 80-year-old marker. Thank you. Stop playing footy or stop listening to Mvk. Okay, so I know you just want me to say Mvk, right? But I can't not play footy, because let's be honest, there's two ways you can see this, right? You can be like, well, Mvk is a good little part of your life. You like listening to the like Hero, Escape, the ping pong song. They're your on my TikTok live. That's me like closing ceremony that we do for every TikTok live. We listen to them songs. And there's two ways you can look at it. You can look at it like, well, Danny, you're only going to be able to play footy until you're like probably like 50, and then after that your bones, and maybe even 55, something like that. Then you're gonna feel like your body can't really like do it as much. So you're not like, I probably won't play footy when I'm like 70. I just won't. I know I won't. I won't do the walking footy. I'm just not gonna do it. I'll do other things. So you can see it like, well, you're gonna be able to spend more time in your life doing the Mvk thing. So wouldn't want to not give that up, because you have like, there's more of it. But I properly enjoy footy. And I'm only going to get to do that for like, what? Another like few decades. I don't want to give that up. I can't. Footy's too important. It's exercise as well. It's my main source of exercise. Like, don't get me wrong, I like going on runs. Don't mind going to the gym. You know, hench and that. But yeah, footy's too important. It's too important. I'm going to go with footy. Bye bye Mvk. I've got the Serbian, you know, scarf, so up the Serbs. That's all I need. Mvk, don't get me wrong, you're a swell guy, but yeah, that was Alicia. Nice one for that, Alicia. Put me in dilemmas. That's what this is for, though, innit? Just trying to put me in a pickle, basically. Okay. Now this this person, who is it, Morgan? I think she's a bit confused, because I've done so many videos on TikTok, yeah, where like potentially you might think I'm gay or something, because I'm just very like, I don't know, I just don't think things are that bad when you joke about them, and I don't know, I've got like gay mates, and I don't know, I feel like I'm a very like open-minded person just in general with people. Like, I don't like think in my head, oh, they're such and such, so I'm not gonna like vibe with them or be their mate or whatever. I try to expose myself to as much, I don't want to use the word diversity, because I feel like everyone just has to use that to kind of tick a box, but I do you know what I mean? I try to put myself in situations and learn about other people's like religions and stuff like that, do you know what I mean? I try actually make a conscious effort to do it. But with that, I think there's no problem with joking about it. I might be wrong. A lot of people would be like, nah, you know, that's not like valid, whatever. I don't see nothing wrong with it personally. But yeah, so I've probably made like so many like videos of me sort of like potentially being gay on TikTok, or like having sexual relations with my uncle or something like that, right? I think she thinks I might be gay. So her question is, sleep with your dad in your boyfriend's body, or sleep with your boyfriend in your dad's body. So I'm gonna mix it into the mum, or like, and girlfriend, I guess. So that's a tough one, Jesus. I'll probably go with, I think, because there's other ones that are similar to this, and I want to try and make it like some good continuity with thought with it. I think I wouldn't want that emotional, like, kind of trauma for my mum or me. So I think the thought process of my mum going through it, so it's girlfriend with my mum in my girlfriend's body kind of thing, I think that would cause more. In this situation, we know, like, it's like everyone's aware of the whole situation. Do you know what I mean? So like, I know fully well to my mum in there. It's not like it just so happens my mum's now just switched body. It's like we all know. I'd have to go. It's a difficult one, that, you know. I'd want to go for my girlfriend's mad. Like, probably. I think it's a difficult one, innit? Let's be honest. Like, where'd you go from there? Either way, you're done in. You know what I mean? You're in a proper pickle. That's a proper pickle. Yeah, it's a horrible one, that. Morgan, you're terrible, not gonna lie. I'd probably, yeah, you'd have to go for the girlfriend medal. Would you? Your mum know, innit? Like, what are we doing? Yeah, we're just gonna move on. I can't be bothered with this getting like cut one day and be like, Danny Roberts wants sexual relations with his mother. Or something like that. Yeah, we're just gonna move on. This one's a given. This one's so easy, let's be honest. Jess has asked, hot in winter or cold in summer? On what planet does someone want to be cold in summer? Like, what? Who's picking that anyway? But I was actually talking about it the other day. When I was in Australia, their summer pretty much starts, like, good weather-wise, just before Christmas. And it goes up until, like, March-ish. Yeah, like March. And then it starts getting into, like, you know, autumn for them. Because they're on the other side of the, you know, world, aren't they? So theirs is, like, reverse to ours. Yeah, like, they have like our summer months. Because we were talking, basically saying like, winter's nice because you have Christmas, you have Halloween, do you know what I mean? All them colder months, you have like holidays, you have like festive activities and things going on. So even though it's cold and the weather's not the best, you can wrap up and fit the narrative of like Christmas. Do you know what I mean? You wrap up for Christmas, you know what I mean? You might be in the snow, you go like Christmas shopping and dead dark. It's dead dark. You know what I mean? Like, gets dark really quickly. I mean, sometimes like you leave work at like 5 or something. It's like pitch black as if it's like midnight, like in the winter. But there's all the Christmas lights, no stuff like that. So it fits, like, it just suits it. Do you know what I mean? So like, that's all nice. But in Australia, they hear the Christmas songs, Christmas movies, and whatever. Everything's cold, snowing and that. They don't experience that. They have like barbecues on the beach on Christmas Day. Like, that's genuinely like what they do. So their summer has all like the things that distract you from the bad weather. Do you know what I mean? So their winter must be miserable if they don't have good weather. They probably still have good weather in the summer. I mean the winter. Their winter. But yeah, if they don't, that's just miserable. Like, what do they do? Because we have Christmas to distract us, do you know what I mean? So I go for warm in the winter. Yeah. Okay. Then we go, Jesus. Like, what? Dip your bell, the end of your bell. Like, I'm not going to go into detail what that means. I'm just going to say it as it is. Dip the end of your bell in jam, or put peanut butter up your rectum. Like your anal. What? What? We'll have to dip. We're going for a dip. It's simple as that. We go for the dip. I don't mind, John. Okay. Meg has asked, drink with me or drink with Liv? honestly, I don't know. I don't know you. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. It probably caused some sort of like argument between us. I feel like, just so you know, people, these are two girls who come into my life, and even though they claim the best mates, they talk so much crap behind each other's back. Apparently, was it Meg or Liv? Liv said Meg stinks of spit. And I thought, that's a bit weird. Like, spit? Does spit even have a smell? That's a bit weird. And how she described it was, she said, you know when you're a kid and you get a spoon and you spit on the spoon, you smell it, it kind of smells a bit weird. And then once it's cold, you eat it again. Like it's cold and then you like eat it like it's soup. She said it's like that experience. And I was like, that's your best mate? She was like, yeah, I don't care. I was like, oh, it's mad that. So Meg apparently used to think of spit, and then Meg, you said something terrible about Liv as well. I don't know. So I'm just gonna go with. I'm just gonna like. I'll drink on my own. I'll drink on my own. Meet a mermaid or a dinosaur? Probably a mermaid. I'm just thinking of safety. Thinking of safety. A mermaid would be more interesting. Most likely they can talk. A dinosaur, you could be like, wow, this is amazing. But unless you're in like a Jurassic Park like scenario where they actually control the dinosaurs, the safe time, you're gonna die. They're probably just gonna say eat you. So I'd go for the mermaid. Do you know what I mean? I want to continue life at the end of the day. Then we got delete your podcast or delete your TikTok. Probably delete the podcast because let's be honest, I put 3 hours of work. Well, no, because I've edited, so I've probably put maximum 10 hours of work, most likely, into this podcast. Yeah, probably put about 10 hours of work, maybe, into this podcast. And like we're on episode 3, like the first one got like 500 views, 400, let's say 400 views. The one before, I posted a video. TikTok is doing my edit, by the way. So I'll do a sketch, it gets views, cool, I'm happy with that, do you know what I mean? That's what I'm there to do. Do you know what I mean? A little funny video, people enjoy it, blah de blah, cool. I do a video about the podcast, like no matter what I do. Like the recent one that I've done about the podcast, I've done it like a sketch, right? So there was no way you could know it's me plugging the podcast in any way. And it just didn't get like hardly any views. It's definitely TikTok trying to suppress people, trying to take people off the platform. Do you know what I mean? So, because obviously, if I say, oh, I've got a podcast, go check it out, that means you have to leave the TikTok app. They've definitely got some sort of AI or manual kind of, people who go through your kind of video and see, is this trying to take people off the app or is it trying to keep people on the app kind of thing? Yeah, it's doing my other. But so the previous one only got like 80 views or 90 views, something like that. Which, I mean, early days, so I can't moan too much, to be fair. So I'll probably delete the podcast because I've put like, I've done a video about it the other week, didn't I? I said like, I've posted about 360 videos. Most of the videos take me an hour. Even though if they're dead short, it roughly takes me an hour-ish. Do you know what I mean? Some of them can take me like 20 minutes, but then some have taken me like longer and stuff like that. But let's just say an hour. That's 360 hours of my time. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not getting rid of TikTok. Like, I've got a big platform on there as well, so I like to think I have got a big platform anyway. Yeah, so I wouldn't delete TikTok. I'd delete the podcast. Eat my nan or eat my other nan, says Meg. Probably eat your other nan. Because, like, the fact you've sort of said, this is my nan, and then this is my other nan, that means she's like the beta. Do you know what I mean? She's not the main character. This is the first nan. My nan is the main character. The other nan is not. She's like an extra, so she can easily be killed off. Do you know what I mean? She's like the religious one in movies. They never make it to the end. Ever. They always die. The religious one. Or they get like taken and they have to kind of go against all their religion and be like the bad one kind thing. That happens in the Mummy. It's that guy who's kind of religious a bit. He's a rat. Can't remember what his name is. Good movie though. Living Skem or Whittle. You're a wall either way, says Josh. I don't know, probably Whittle, because it's probably closer to town. You've got more to do, I guess. Skem, from what I can think, is far, isn't it? It's quite far. So I'll probably go for Whittle. Hands for feet or feet for hands, says Ryan. It's so difficult, right? So with this one, there's only a couple things that I think of when it comes to like these questions. I go straight away to think, can I play footy? And one of the other things is, can I make love to my partner? Do you know what I mean? To the love of my life, my soulmate, my old ball and chain. Can I, do you know what I mean, have like a romantic, sensual relationship with them? I can't do that if I've got if my hands are feet. Let's be honest. I'd have to have hands 4 feet. So when I look down, I can see my hands in, like, you know, connected to my arms, but connected to my ankles would just be another set of hands. I'd have to do that. I'd have to. And just be moody at footy, because like, you eat with your hands, do you know what I mean? You use your hands to eat. How can I rub money on my partner, do you know what I mean? My soulmate, talking to her neck. How can I do that? Can't do that with feet for hands. So yeah, moving on. Be manipulated or be the manipulator? I am the manipulator, and I would never choose anything otherwise. You asked though. Alicia. See, for anyone who doesn't know, I have a Serbian cult on TikTok. It's borderline abusive. Well, no, I don't know if I can say that. It's borderline something anyway. Legally, do not forget it's borderline something. So yeah, just for like court reasons, just in case we end up in court, legal reasons and stuff like that. Do not forget that I told you it's borderline something. Just pretend I didn't say something either. Just lie in court for my sake, even though you're suing me. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Do you know what I'm trying to say? If your balls had, if your hands had balls. So yeah, be the manipulator. So yeah, you can't be the manipulator unless you've been manipulated. A little bit of food for thought there. Probably not so. Just burp. Okay, Shibby's asking, know the date of your death or the cause of it? That's horrible. I'm just trying to think what's more stressful. So how I see it is this in this situation. You can tell I'm a math guy, you know, because I calculate stuff. Cause of death is a bit of a lottery. Date of death is like, it's written in stone. Do you know what I mean? So you could, like, they're both a bit of a lottery. For all you know, it could be tomorrow, it could be years later for the date. However, there's not enough context for the date. So if you wanted to know your cause of death, it's a bit of a lottery. It just does a little random generator. In your mind, it just does a random generator of causes for death. Yeah? And then, once you get that cause for death, if you're lucky, it could be, like, I don't know, eaten by a shark. So now you know, right, that as long as you don't go swimming in water, like open water, that's not gonna happen. Do you know what I mean? You can't cheat death, so eventually you're gonna do it. But you can postpone your trip to the Bahamas, where you go some deep sea diving. Do you know what I mean? You've always wanted to do it, fair dues, whatever. But you can postpone that. Or do you know what I mean? You can kind of postpone it and be like, let's die when we're 80. Whereas date of death, you can't cheat that. There's no way you can postpone that. You get given that. That's set in stone. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like there's a bit more wiggle room with cause for death. So I'll go for cause of death. Because I feel like the only time you're gonna panic is when you're around that kind of thing. Whereas, but if you get a date of death and it's pure ages away, you're just gonna live life so freely. Actually, it's a difficult one, actually. Difficult one, that. If it was like for whatever reason you got two different scenarios, it said like you die from a, I don't know, from a motorcycle accident or like a plane crash. Or, do you know what I mean? Something a bit more specific. Or it gives you the date of your death. I mean, you've seen both of them, but they're not the same one. They don't come together. Like, it's this date, a plane crash will happen. It'll be just like either this date, and you don't know your cause of death, or a plane crash kind of thing, and you get given the cause of death. I'd know a bit more, but it's difficult. It depends like what's happening, innit? Just gonna go with cause for death, because like, if you got told you're gonna die in like 2 weeks, then you'd just be gutted. We wouldn't emotionally be able to handle it, let's be honest. So, yeah, I'd go for cause of death, and I'd just be like panicky every time we're around squirrels, because a squirrel's gonna maul me to death. Right. Eat a cactus or make love to a cactus? Well, are people watching? I'm just gonna say make love. Screw it. Do you know what I mean? Let's make love to that cactus. Cut a hole open. Because like people like to think, oh yeah, the cactus, it's all, you know, spiky, it's gonna hurt, whatever. Inside, that's some juicy, lubricated, beautiful plants in there. And plants need love too. Plants' lives matter. I think I said something in the last podcast of something lives matter as well. Don't know, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. But right now, plants' lives matter. Cactus lives matter. They need love as well. When's the last time you've seen a plant getting it? Like getting it, do you know what I mean? Getting jiggy with John the cactus. Yeah, I think plants need love too. So I'm gonna take one for the team. My groin is gonna be like punctured completely with the little spikes. But you know, we'll all have a good time. Right, have this one. So this one's a bit like, so this is Charlie. Charlie said, have pins under your fingernails, or hot pins under your toenails. Now, the fact you said hot pins, it makes me think like hot pins are worse compared to pins. Do you know what I mean? Pins or hot pins. I'm assuming one of them's hot, just like heated up. So I'm gonna go for the ones that are not hot. I'd assume the hot ones are gonna hurt more, so I'll just go for the ones that don't hurt as much. Next one, make love to me or I make love to you. I'm just gonna avoid that. I don't want to make love to you. No offense, do you know what I mean? Like I'm not here to make love to you, or you to make love to me. I'm here to produce content, hopefully at an entertainment level, hopefully to do it at scale. Do you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, people, the more you can scale your content, you know, produce at scale, the most likely you are to be successful in whatever avenue you're trying to take up. Whether it's sports commentary, whether it's gaming, whether it's health and fitness, whatever. More content, the better. Do you know what I mean? People think it is quality over quantity. Don't get me wrong. You need to focus on quality as well, but quality is very much subjective. Do you know what I mean? For all you know, you're thinking, "Oh, this is good content right now." But at the end of the day, I'm just in a room. You can see a door. You can see a glasses case. Why didn't I clean up? Because I just thought quality is subjective, my friends. My people, my cult followers, my manipulatees. Yeah, quality is subjective. So if that answers your question, Owen, if I would make love to you or you make love to me, there's your answer. We want to make quality content at scale. but quality is subjective. There's your would you rather. Right, spend time alone or spend time with friends. Tessa, right, for anyone who's not seen the movie Into the Wild, I totally 100% recommend you do, but I'm going to give like a slight spoiler, but it doesn't spoil the movie. It's just a nice little detail at the end. This guy's wanting to pursue travelling and wanting to be kind of on his own because he just feels like the regular world's not for him, so he wants to travel. Blah de blah. Goes into the wild, does his thing, and he keeps a journal. And at the end, after this huge journey, phenomenal journey, beautiful story, he finally writes at the very end, happiness is only true when shared. And I do believe that. Do you know what I mean? You can find self-fulfillment, you can find self-love, you can find enjoyment in the simple things in life that are given to you, like nature, stuff like that. There's a lot of things that you can do on your own. But there's nothing more special than having loved ones that you care about, seeing them smile, and just knowing that you've had a positive impact on them, whether you've helped them, whether you've just brightened the day. There's nothing more special than that. When you go to your deathbed and you're thinking back of all your things, I don't think you'll regret the times that you spent with loved ones. I think that's something that universally we all just accept at the end of our life as being a good investment of our time. So I'll go with friends. However, I am a bit of a loner as well. I do love just being on the Xbox on my own. So yeah, even though I've just said all that, let's go with lonely. No, I'm joking. We're going with friends. I've got a good group of friends. Some of them are in the same like circles, some aren't. But the individuals I've accumulated, I've curated. I'm very happy. I'm very lucky to have met them people and be like, do you know what? You're a good person. You've got good morals, good, well thought out ideas, and driven friends. Yeah, I've got a good little group of friends, and I'm pretty happy I've met them. So I choose to be with them if I can. So thanks, Tessa. That's a lovely little question. So Jack has asked, meet Jim Carrey or meet Mvk? Listen, right, I do love Mvk. Mvk's phenomenal. Do you know what I mean? Best artist ever to grace the planet. He made my first ever favourite song. It's potentially just forever going to be my favourite song, just because I feel like there's so much significance to it in my life. But I feel like Jim Carrey, I could have like a proper conversation with him. I feel like Mvk, he might even speak broken English. I don't even know. He probably speaks good English, but I just feel like I don't know him. Let's be honest. I just like his songs. Sensual man, don't get me wrong. Handsome, whatever. You do you. You do you. Mvk do. But Jim Carrey, I feel like there's more I'd want to speak to him about and kind of learn from, and just really get like an in detail insight into certain things, how his brain works, where he is right now mentally, stuff like that. Like, I'd want to speak to Jim Carrey a lot more. So I'd probably go with Jim Carrey. I'd want to meet Jim Carrey. What's the next one? Always do terrible when you go footy, or never do a TikTok live again. That's difficult, that. Because my performance at footy does have an impact on my enjoyment of footy. I'm taking this to the extreme of, I love dribbling with the ball. I love running with the ball at my feet. I feel like it's difficult for people to tackle me. I enjoy that aspect of the game. I'm taking it to the extreme of, every time I get the ball, I lose it and I mess up and make mistakes. That's what I'm taking as, I play terrible at footy. That's what I'm thinking that as. I'd have to, I do like TikTok lives as well though, you know. I'm gonna cheat and just say, I'll just do Instagram live then. I'll just do like Twitch or something. Yeah, I'd probably give up the TikTok live. I know that's probably gonna hurt a few people, but I've got to be authentic. At the end of the day, like, football's a massive thing in my life. it's a massive part of my enjoyment of my week. I play on Tuesday and I play on Friday. I want to try implement more days as time goes on, once I'm getting like more and more fitter. But yeah, probably gonna go with the not going live on TikTok again. I do love a TikTok live. I do love having a gab, just like I do now, right now, just having a gab. But yeah, I'd have to give up the TikTok live. I can't not enjoy footy. Enjoying footy's got to be like it's a main priority. Do you know what I mean? Because for all I know, if TikTok went to pot and I just decided, do you know what, I'm just gonna get a math job. I'm pretty happy with my life. Just get a math job because of, I don't know, I want to do certain things with my life, whatever. I just want to live a different life than I'm trying to pursue. I'd want footy to be there. Do you know what I mean? So footy's got to be a constant in my life. So okay, Alicia's asking, get stung by 11. Get stung by 100 wasps or eat 100 wasps. Right, I'm going to give you a little story right now. I woke up one day. Did I naturally wake up that day? No, I didn't. I woke up with that by my face. I'm half asleep, so I wave this away from my face. I feel it on my arm. I'm lying basically like crucifixion kind of esque, starfishing. Goes onto the inner side of my bicep, and then all of a sudden I get a, do you know what I mean? I get basically a big sting, and I wake up, slap this whatever it's called, wasp. It honestly ruined my week, my month. I think it was 2020, so it makes sense that it happened. But yeah, honestly, gutted. That was a horrible experience. That I woke up being stung by a wasp in my bedroom. In my bedroom, not just like, oh, I'm on holiday and you have to have the windows open and mosquitoes come in, you know, something like that. I don't know. It was in my bedroom. I don't even have the windows open. I'm a weird guy. I sleep with the windows closed pretty much all year round. Yeah, terrible experience. So 100 wasps stinging me is not a good time. So I'm assuming that the wasps are dead if I'm eating them. So I'm going with eating the 100 wasps. So I can get my revenge. Solid revenge. Do you know what I mean? I killed the one that stung me, but also I'm gonna find its family. Not like Taken, it goes, I have a set of skills and I will find you. I will come for you. I will find you. And I will eat you. That's what I'm doing for that wasp's family. I'm not gonna lie. Wasps' lives don't matter. Okay? WLDM. WLDM. Wasps. I can't say it, can I? Wasps. A wasp. I can say a wasp. Wasps. It's just a bit weird. We got do you know what I mean? Anyway, anyone who's listening ever when I put this on Spotify is going to be like, I'm not listening to this again. He's just going like, yeah, terrible idea. I'm learning. Yeah, I'm eating the wasps. Never see Liverpool win anything again or have Mvk on the podcast. Liverpool. Even though I want Mvk on the podcast, I think it's like it's a milestone that's really far away. I've got Liverpool. Because let's be honest, people, right? As much as I do love Mvk and I think Mvk is sick and that, whatever, it's gonna be so anticlimactical. Like, it's not gonna be as good as we think. It's just not. Is it? I don't know. I'd love for him to come in, super charismatic, make me laugh loads. I make him laugh. We look deeply into each other's eyes. We become friends. Not romantic, but we do have like that weird tension between us. I'd love that. Don't get me wrong. I'd love for him to prove me wrong in that sense. But like I said, Liverpool is my enjoyment every week. Footy, Liverpool, they're my enjoyments. Like, I watch Liverpool. Like, like I punish myself quite a lot. Like if I'm not doing something that's productive, I tend to punish myself mentally and be like, you could have done something right now, you could have did this. Do you know what I mean? I find it hard to switch off and relax. You could have been writing, you could have done a video, you could have done this, you could have done that, you could have posted on other social medias. Do you know what I mean? Like do you know what I mean? I don't even post my videos anywhere else. I should be, but I just don't. You know what I mean? I don't, because I still try my best to be productive. I'm just like focusing on TikTok and stuff like that. But do you know what I mean? Like I feel like I know all the answers on how to like make myself a little bit more of a success. But I might not do them because, you know, I'm only one man. It's hard, whatever. But yeah, like I find it hard to switch off. Do you know what I mean? Like there's times when I'm with my mates and it's like, oh, let's go do something. And I'll be walking with them, talking to them, and sometimes I'm thinking in my mind, I could be just at home now, just being super productive and, you know what I mean, pumping out like another 3 videos here. Do you know what I mean? That's kind of not healthy. Liverpool's like one of the only things that I don't punish myself with. I'm like, nah, it's Liverpool. Do you know what I mean? So I couldn't take away Liverpool not being able to win anything. Do you know what I mean? Because I'd definitely be punishing myself. I'd end up punishing myself. So Liverpool, they're important. So I'd have to go with Liverpool. Enrique's probably listening to this podcast. Little do we know, he's probably thinking, so I'm not even gonna go on this podcast. By the sounds of it, this lad hates me. Enrique, if you're listening right now, I don't hate you. I don't hate you, okay? Please come on the podcast. This is Enrique Iglesias we're talking about. The Spanish superstar sensation. He's the Xavi of singing. Anyway, so eat your most hated food or support Everton. If it's eating my most hated food once, just like, oh yeah, just have a bite of it, I'll probably do that because it's just a laugh, isn't it? Whatever. If I'm with me mate, it's just a laugh. But if you mean eat it like often, I'll just support Everton. Like Everton, they're not a bad club. Do you know what I mean? They're local as well, so I don't know. So I could like feel connected to like it like directly. Yeah, I'd support Everton. If it meant I have to eat often, the bad ones. I'm gonna try to speed this up. How many have we got left? Let's see. Why is this taking ages for it to scroll? I've got like coming up to halfway, so I do need to speed up to be fair. So I want to try and make this like an hour 20, keep it like roughly the same. Otherwise my phone will just go bonkers. So okay, sit down while you wipe or wipe with your bare hand. I'd rather wipe with my bare hand. If you sit down and wipe, you're a freak. I think it's potentially majority of people sit down and wipe. However, I don't care. Freak. You know when you're just like used to something and you see other people do that and you're just like, what the hell? Like people like tie the laces like weird or something. And you're just like, what the hell is this? So I don't know. Yeah, I'm wiping with my bare hand. Don't care. Little fun fact, you know, there's a country, I don't know where it is. I think it's like South Asia. Toilet paper seen as like a delicacy that they only allow the women to have. Yeah, that only a woman, or unless you're rich, a woman should only have the privilege to wipe their bottom with a toilet paper. So the men grow their little nail, their little finger, the nail on their little finger. They use that as like a little scooper to wipe. So if you ever see like someone with a dead long little fingernail, that might be why. Fun fact. Then we got leave the cult for Steve M. Or kick out Steve M. Kick Steve M out the cult. Steve M, you're my guy, by the way. A girl called Nutella, as I start. Crazy name. You wouldn't think she'd even be born with that name, but apparently she is. I'm gonna be honest. I'd kick Steve M out the cult. Why? Because I have strong belief that Steve M is capable. You know what I mean, with a few like a bit of time learning all the tricks and, you know, whatever lessons that can be learned in the cult. I don't have any doubt that he could run his own cult, or like I said, I could franchise the cult out. Like when people like buy a Mackey's franchise and they just like stick one up on the corner of like some busy road. Could be like that. I don't doubt Steve M. Steve M, you're very much a cult leader potential, but not right now. I want to manipulate you further. But yeah, Steve M, kicking you out the cult because I feel like you could run your own kind of gaff. Always eat alone or have to shower in public. I don't think eating alone would be that bad. Or would it? Going to a restaurant. Because you would want to go on like little dates and stuff like that. Shower in public, who cares? Do you know what I mean? You see my thing and what? Cool. I'll be comfortable with my body. I'm going to shower in public. Because I want to have dinner with my kids. Do you know what I mean? I think that's like a thing I want to have one day where I'm at the dinner table. I've got kids around me. Even when I'm older, grandkids. Eating with my grandkids, taking them out for like food and stuff like that. I feel like I'm a family orientated person. So yeah, I'm gonna shower in public. Who cares? Give up social media or eat the same dinner for the rest of your life. Now, I don't really use social media anyway. Like, it sounds mad. Like, I do and I don't. I go on TikTok. This is what I do. Go on TikTok, scan the For You page a little bit. I try to give me 2 cents here and there with comments. I like a few, don't get me wrong, I do enjoy scrolling through TikTok, I do enjoy it. But it's got like a research element to it. So as I'm scanning through the For You page, I'm picking up on trends and like little things that are popping off a bit, whether it be trending sounds, trending actions, trending words, blah blah blah, trending hashtags, all that type of stuff, while enjoying the content that I'm consuming. So I do that on TikTok, but I don't sit there on like Instagram, Snapchat, and like Twitter and that. I just don't really do all that. I haven't done it in a long time. So I've kind of given up on social media, but if it meant like I physically couldn't have the apps and like I couldn't have an account and stuff like that, then I would have to eat the same dinner for the rest of my life. Because me having this opportunity for a podcast, me having the opportunities that are going to come forth in life, may purely be because of TikTok. Do you know what I mean? Without TikTok, what would I, you know what I mean? Like, where would I be in this little pursuit? Do you know what I mean? This little venture I've got going on. Like, I wouldn't be anywhere. So I'd go for the dinner. Same dinner for the rest of my life. Not just that, I'm a pretty like repetitive person. I'm one of them people, like, I can do the same thing. If I know there's reward in it, I can do the same thing over and over and over and over again. I can. If I know there's reward within it. So yeah, I'll do the same dinner for the rest of my life. Repay, this is actually a good one, you know, because it depends on where you are in life and like what age and stuff. Repay all the money you've ever made or lose all your memories. Now, I think personally, I'd want to so basically what it is you calculate all the money you've ever made, you've ever earned, yeah? Now that you go in the minus of what that is, you lose all that. You go into the minus, yeah? And you have to pay that off as a debt. Or you lose all your memories. I'm not letting go of my memories, no way. They're 100% too valuable. They're too valuable. So I'm never gonna ever pick anything. Well, I say never, but probably, do you mean? You could say something. So I go for pay the money that I've made as a debt. I'll go with that. But if you're older, you're like touching 60. Oh, that's a difficult one, you know, because you've spent most of your life like earning that money. And now you're gonna have to pay it off as a debt. Do you know what I mean? And it's a difficult one. But for me, I'd go for the debt, I guess. Give up I've read no taste buds or colourblind. I go for colourblind. I feel like tasting's definitely a massive enjoyment in our life. Colourblind, I feel like, you know, it's not the be all end all. Like, you can still see things, you just don't see the same colour. So, okay, have an STD and never pass it on, or what is it? Or everyone thinks you have an STD. Wait, I don't. See, sometimes I don't understand what they mean. Does that mean you have one, but you can never pass it on? So like, you can never like kind of like pursue anyone, or is it like you have it, but it's impossible that it kind of, you know, gets transferred? Like, what is that? Or everyone thinks you have an STD. This is basically the same thought as earlier. It's, do you care more about the reality, or do you care more about perception? That's what that basically asking. Do you know what I mean? I care more about reality, personally. But in this sense, it's almost the perception's probably the worst one, is it? I don't know. Am I getting pain from it, the STD? You don't get pain from STDs, do you? Do you? I don't know. That's a difficult one. STD and never pass it on. If I can still, like, you know, make love and whatever, then I'll probably go with the STD. I can never pass it on. Like, if it's impossible to pass it on, I'll probably just have the STD. Like, who cares? Do you know what I mean? Maybe. Yeah. Probably people knowing you've got an STD is probably not even a bad thing either. I mean, just wear protection, you'll be fine. Your one, oh Jesus, this is I'm going to tell you right now, this is just going to be a solid pass already, but I'm just going to introduce you to the type of questions that people are submitting. You're 1 inch into your mum, and your dad is 1 inch inside of you. Which way are you going, forward or backwards? Like, they're the type of things I was getting submitted to me. I was like, what on earth? Like, how am I meant to answer that? How am I meant to answer that? I'm not going to answer it. But that's just bizarre, isn't it? But yeah, apparently people said they enjoy me drinking the water. The moment when I drink the water is like a peak of enjoyment. I don't know. So we're going to go for a solid one right now. You ready? There you go. Right, this one's a good one. This one's by Heather. Be part of the US office cast, or be part of the Liverpool team. Right, this is good because you've really took two things that I totally value. Right, if I'm working and I'm doing a job, I want to be able to have a laugh and just totally enjoy it. Enjoyment in a job is one of the biggest things, I think. Being able to enjoy it, and, you know what I mean, purpose, enjoyment, all that, just them kind of few little factors are the biggest factors for me. Being in the US office cast, I have no doubt I would have an amazing time. I'd enjoy it so much. It'd definitely be there as like one of my favourite jobs, do you know what I mean? But the Liverpool team is like a dream, do you know what I mean? So one of them's like, I kind of like really like follow suit in like me life goals and me life kind of values and whatever. But one of them's a dream. The Liverpool team's like a dream, do you know what I mean? So hard, honestly. It's difficult. I want to say Liverpool, but if I got forced to not be able to, do you know what I mean? If I picked the other one, I wouldn't be. Either way, I'd be happy. Either way, I'd be happy. Either way. So like, it doesn't really matter. I'd probably go for the Liverpool team maybe, just so I can tick it off the list. Because I'm confident in my ability to find something that I super enjoy and have a laugh and whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to have a laugh regardless anyway. But the US office cast would be good. But I go with Liverpool. Hayley has asked, funniest person alive or smartest person alive? Now, I said, when she asked this, I said, I feel like they're very, very close anyway. Like almost the same thing. Like I've said this before, like I feel like I use like my, sounds mad, like my no, not creative. I use my logical side of my brain, I feel, to then be funny and creative. Like it's almost like, because I feel like when you're very logical, you see patterns very easy. You know what I mean? You see patterns and like stuff like that, and like a pathway, if you want. Now a joke and being funny, I've probably said this on the podcast already, but it's like it's going off on a tangent. It's making you be shocked. A lot of humour is we're getting from A to B, but on the way from going A to B, we took a diversion to C. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like if you're intelligent, you see that more clear. That's what I think anyway. There's different types of funny though, isn't there? Different types of thought and whatever. Some people are just generally just super creative and just funny. So I don't know, but I'm gonna go with smartest person. Even though I enjoy trying to be funny and have a laugh, and do you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of times I'll say stuff that I just want people to say for me so I can laugh at. That's where a lot of my humour comes from. Like I say stuff I want to hear, kind of thing. But yeah, I go with smartest. I just feel like I can do more with it, if I'm totally honest. What's this? Heather's asked Wigan or Bolton accent. I'll go for Bolton purely because of volleyball. Volleyball, yeah. Hayley, this is a stupid one. No offense, but this is a stupid one. Klopp for 3 seasons or Kenny Dalglish for 1 season? Like as a manager. If it's as a manager, I'm going for Klopp. Like, well, like Kenny was great and whatever, but like Klopp, I just think like it's right now. It's modern. Like he's doing it now. Kenny hasn't done it now. So even though he's proven in the past, he's not proven right now. Do you know what I mean? He weren't that much of a success when, you know what I mean? Like Klopp's won the Prem, like he's God tier. Even though Kenny was God tier, is God tier as well. Klopp is right now God tier. So like I just think Klopp all day. But if you mean have Kenny for 1 season up front, then that's a different question. Do you know what I mean? Like Kenny up front, Jesus, ruthless. Go blind or go deaf? Go deaf. I want to be able to see my children. I want to be able to see my soulmate. Look her in the eye and just be like, you're stunning. Do you know what I mean? That's what I want. I want to be able to see my lover, my children, my family. I want to be able to see things. Don't get me wrong, I'll miss music and that, but I just think sight is well more important. Be married to someone who is good looking but doesn't think you're attractive, or be with someone who is ugly but thinks you're gorgeous. That's a tough one though. Jesus, because it's so extreme. Oh God. Oh God, I don't think there's even like a one where it makes you morally sound good either. Because if you go for someone who's good looking but thinks you're ugly, it just sounds like you're dead shallow. And if you go for the one who's ugly but thinks you're gorgeous, it's like, oh, you need someone to think they're good looking, do you? Do you know what I mean? You're insecure, are you? Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Because it's so extreme, it's actually quite difficult. I almost think like you get like the same experience with either one that you pick, you know? Either way, you're not going to be satisfied. Like, I do want my partner, like, that is like a thing for me, do you know what I mean? Like, if like the person I marry doesn't think I'm attractive or doesn't like me, then I'm like, I don't want to be part of this, do you know what I mean? But if they're probably like ugly and I don't find them attractive, that's not gonna work either. Cause you know what I mean? I guess it can work. I feel like the one that's most likely to work is the ugly one who thinks you're gorgeous. because they could have a great personality. But then again, like, I'm thinking directly, like, this dead attractive person who doesn't think I'm attractive is a nasty person. They could be a good person. I think you can literally get the same experience either one. Probably go, screw it. Screw it, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Going for the good looking person. Right. Okay, win 25 grand or your friend wins 100 grand? Ah. I'm assuming in this that your friend can't give you money. Screw it, I'd let me mate have the 100 grand. Yeah. 25 grand, like, it's a 1 year wage. For some people it might be a 2 year wage. But you get that money. 100 grand's like a big sum of money. Like 25 grand, don't get me wrong, big sum of money. But like, you could like literally like get like make massive moves into getting a house. Do you know what I mean? Pay off loads of the mortgage. Like, let me mate have the 100 grand. Yeah. Oh, look how selfless Danny is. Oh my god, he's such a saint. Oh my god, such a good guy. Look at him on the moral high ground. Yeah. God, let me mate. You're welcome, Joe. Have that 100 grand. You probably don't even watch the podcast, Joe, do you? Hey, Joe, you don't even watch the podcast. And I'm letting you have 100 grand. You rat. In fact, I'm taking the 25 now. I'll still let him have the 100, even though he's a rat. Work a job you hate for really high pay, or work your dream job for enough to fund the basic necessities. For me, if anyone who knows me from like, who's actually been in me like TikTok lives and stuff like that, will know that that's just a given straight away. And I don't care. I need to enjoy my job. I need to enjoy my day-to-day life. If I'm not, then it's not worth it. It's just not. Like, I'd rather have the bare necessities. It's the anyway, I'd rather have the bare necessities, but working like an absolute dream job where I'm just proper enjoying it. I enjoy it, I work hard, there's a lot of purpose towards it, do you know what I mean? There's a bit of struggle, like healthy struggle. Do you know what I mean? I come home happy. Yeah, I've got food on my plate, got a roof above my head, running water. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can always go to like a pub or something to watch the match. I can always, I don't know, like do something to find entertainment myself. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'd rather have the dream job. Okay, be able to read people's minds or be able to control people's minds. Because I'm a psycho, right? Like most people just say control minds because it's just like, what's the point in reading someone's mind when you can just control them anyway? I'd rather read someone's mind because I feel like it's a game at that point. If you've got powers, life's a game. Life's a game anyway, right? But if you've got superpowers, it's like an actual game. Being able to read people's minds makes it more of an actual game. Like, if you can control their minds, that's just like boring. It becomes a game, but you're like literally, it's like The Sims. You can just pick people up and put them wherever you want, put them in a room with no doors, no food, no toilet, and then they like die. You know what I mean? Everyone's done it, let's be honest. Everyone's been a psycho on The Sims. But yeah. But if you can read people's minds, then it's more of a game. It's like, okay, I know they're thinking this, but how can I get them to think this? Do you know what I mean? So I go for read people's minds. One night stand. Okay, it's a one night stand. Would you rather get I'm pregnant text? Oh Jesus. Get a text saying I'm pregnant, or get a text saying I've just given you an incurable STD. Jesus. Totally Jesus. It sounds mad, right? Because I'm putting like a baby's life in the same category as like the same downfall equivalent as an STD. That's mad. Oh Jesus. Let's be honest, it's a one night stand. You don't want this baby. I'm just letting you know. You just don't want the baby because it's a one night stand. Like, do you know what I mean? you've had this one night stand for fun. That's the scenario I'm thinking of. An incurable STD. A baby. Probably go for the baby, wouldn't you? Would you? Depends what STD it is. Incurable STD. Either way, right, after that whatever text you get, you're gonna be thinking, next time I'm wearing a condom. I say condom, even though it's condom. I say condom. I'm a weirdo. So yeah. Either way, you're wrapping it up next time, aren't you? So in that case, you probably picked the STD. Can't believe I chose an STD over having a baby. But yeah, do you know what I mean? You have to be in that baby's life. I couldn't not be in a baby's life. Couldn't not do that. Unless it's the TikTok trend. In that case, we don't pay child support. Deadbeat dad lives matter. I've said so many lives matter in this. I need to shut up. Right. Always feel the urge to pee or never know when you need to pee. Oh Jesus. What? I always feel the urge. I've probably got feel the urge to pee or no. Nah, I'll probably never know. Swear a nappy. A diaper or a nappy, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. Get some huggies for men. You know what I mean? Huggies, Matt. I was gonna say something that rhymed, but it didn't. Huggies and testes. I don't know, maybe. Huggies, my testes. Yeah. I'll just never know. Find a dead body or see a murder. What? Jesus, that's bizarre. I couldn't see a murder. I think seeing a murder is the worst one. So like I'd have to see just find a dead body. If I'm totally honest. Wouldn't want to. I feel like I may have in the past. Talk about that another time. Because that's like an actual story. But fine. Let me know in the comments if you want to hear that story. Because we're coming to an end of this podcast, to be honest. Unless you want a longer. Can we just do a longer podcast? I don't know. But I'd go for find a dead body. Find a dead body. We'll go for that. Save 3 loved ones or save 1,000 people you don't know. I'm just. The morally good thing to do is save the 1,000 people because there's 1,000 mothers, 1,000 fathers, 1,000. Do you know what I mean? Like people who have got families and stuff like that who are gonna feel it. But at the end of the day, they're my loved ones, and I don't know. 1,000 people's a lot of people. It's difficult with all these questions. You don't know until you're in the situation, I think. I'm just gonna say the loved ones. I think it's bad that. I think 9/11, 2,000 people died around that. So it's like literally half of 9/11. I'm gonna allow happen, which is a lot of people. Do you know what? Like I've just thought about that. 9/11 had like 2,000 deaths, maybe even 4,000, somewhere around there, right? World War, they killed like 1 million Jews. Do you know what I mean? 1 million. That's a lot of people. Like, it's only just like dawned on me like how big that is. That's like literally like so many 9/11s. Crazy. Yeah. One really good friend or a bunch of average friends. One really good friend, easily. Like that's just straight away. One really good friend. Well, once you have one really good friend, you realise how important and how much you gain from that experience. Die before or after your spouse. Die after. I've already spoke about stuff like that. I wouldn't want them to go through the pain. If they truly like love me and that whatever, I wouldn't want them to go through the pain. I'd just bite the bullet and just be like, yeah, I'll go through the pain. of like seeing you die, so then you can kind of like feel like you've got everyone who you loved around you. I'll just take one for the team. Be a veggie or only be able to eat meat. Easy, straight away. Only be able to eat meat. What, like, meat is one of my favourite like categories of food anyway. So like, I'm eating meat straight away. Give me them ribs, barbecue ribs. People, Maggie Fu. If you want to sponsor this video, go for it, girl. But honestly, the salt and pepper ribs from Maggie Fu, phenomenal. Get me down. Marry a soulmate or your dream job. I'm a weirdo, mate. I have no doubt that I'll get both. I'm just very confident in my life that it's just going to work out exactly how I want. But I think love is always the answer. I feel like it sounds cringy, sounds very like typical, but I feel like love is just the answer straight away. Pick love, so soulmate. Have a pause button or a rewind button. Go for a pause button. Sometimes there's times where I struggle to appreciate the moments. I think that would help me. Even though it'd be cool to have a rewind button and experience stuff again and whatever. Like, it is better to have a rewind button, but I feel like it wouldn't be healthy for you to have a rewind button, because you go back to the times that you're like, how can I explain it? Like, if you're not over your ex, something like that, you'll go back to try experience it and get like, but it's not going to help you with closure. It's not going to help you with getting over them. Do you know what I mean? I feel like it wouldn't be healthy mentally to rewind, even though it is better. It's a better option. You can just keep doing the same. Instead of pausing and appreciating the moment, you can just rewind and appreciate the moment, then appreciate the moment, then appreciate the moment. Do you know what I mean? So it is better to have the rewind option, but I don't think it's healthier to have it. So I'll go for pause. Your parents walking on you doing the deed, so having sexual relations, or you walking on them. Off the bat I thought walking on them, because I could just be like, oh, and it's awkward for me. Like, it's awkward for them as well, but like, I don't really want them to see me like getting it, you know what I mean? Doing it, get it, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want them to see me doing it. Probably them. Like, I'm assuming it's just like you walk and you go, oh my god, like that, and then you're out. So I'll probably just go for them. Either, it doesn't really matter. I think it's just roughly the same. I think it's the same. I get the same feeling regardless. So, yeah, I'd go for either. It doesn't really matter, that one. Your sex tape gets released or your nudes become viral. A viral meme, it says. A viral meme. Do you know what? If something like that happened, I'd just be like, do you know what? Whatever's gonna make me money. Whatever makes me money. So I feel like the viral meme would get me loads of exposure, and I feel like, either one, I get loads of exposure. I don't know. One said viral, sex tape getting released, getting leaked. That means like, it could only go to a few thousand people. Whereas a viral meme's going millions. So whatever gets me the most exposure and money-driven opportunity, that's what I go for. Let's say I'm famous. I feel like a meme's funnier though, do you know what I mean? But I feel like Kim Kardashian. I go for the Kim Kardashian route if the sex tape got released. Either one, to be honest. I feel like the meme would be funnier. It'd be funnier. But it's a nude, whereas the sex tape's like a bit more like oomph. Do you know what I mean? Let's go. We'll go with the sex tape. Get a face tattoo that I get to choose, or get a tattoo in a more hidden place and someone who hates you chooses it. I go for a face tattoo I can choose. Because for all I know, they're going to put something horrible, like something disgusting, something vulgar on my body. I don't think I'll really get tattoos anyway, but I go for the one I can choose. I'll probably do something like a little lightning bolt or a little rocket or something. Just a little subtle one on like the side of me. I wouldn't put it like on the front part, like the spine of my face. I put it on like the side bits, like on just like by my eyebrow or like I've got like a little beauty spot here underneath me eye. Maybe put like a little triangle around it or something. I don't know. Something cool like that. How many have we got left? We haven't got many left, so we'll finish this off. Sneeze every time you say the word with a letter E in it, or throw up every time you use a word with the letter Z. I think I go for the letter Z. I just avoid, because I feel like that's more easily avoidable. So that even that sentence I've just said, easily avoidable. That's 2 sneezes right there. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? That would have been 1 sneeze. So I'm sneezing very often with the letter E. It's a vowel. So yeah, I go for the throw up. I'll just avoid the letters. because there's probably less words with the letter Z in it. I'd revise all the words and just use them as like trigger words. Like when I go to camp, the summer camp, I'm pretty good at not swearing because I just am. I don't know. I can just switch it off. So I'd use that sort of same part of my brain where I just switch off them words, not saying them words, they're not loud, that kind of thing. So I'll go with throw up every time I hear the letter Z. This is funny. Wake up as a girl once a month, or wake up in a strange place once a year. Either way, I think they're fun. Either way, that's a fun time. So you can wake up as a girl once a month and you just be like, let's do like girl things today. Let's go shopping. I don't know, just like you do whatever. Do you know what I mean? You might be a creep for the first few times that you're a girl, like a proper creep. But yeah, you could do that. That'd be fun. Or you could just literally wake up in it says a strange place though, to be fair, so it's like could be dangerous. But like think of like the stories you can tell, like, oh yeah, I just woke up in like Guantanamo Bay. Do you know what I mean? Woke up in Guantanamo Bay or whatever it's called, and or Alcatraz. Do you know what I mean? That'd be so mad. Or woke up in the favelas of Brazil. Like that's a story, you know what I mean? So either way, I'll pick either. The girl one would be easier. Don't get me wrong, like you'd have to make your way home every time you wake up in a strange place. Be very disruptive in your life, but it's only once a year, bear in mind. You like that hoping it's in the summer, that's how you get a tan. But yeah, I think the strange place maybe. That's strange though, so you could be in like a cave with like terrorists or something, I don't know. So it would be more dangerous. So realistically, probably go for the girl. But if there was like a contract you're signing for these would you rathers, and it said like, oh no, like you're gonna be like relatively safe. Do you know what I mean? Like you wake up in it's a strange looking place and it's weird because you're not where you went to sleep. But you know what I mean? After that point, once you like leave the place, it's on you to be safe. Do you know what I mean? So like if I wake up in the favelas of Brazil, the contract doesn't be like, oh well, you can just walk to like all these like rough places where they're just gonna stab you anyway. You can't just walk in there and you'll be safe. Like that's not part of the contract. You respawn in a safe environment. It looks strange though. If that's the case, I go for the strange place. It'd be cool. Talk like Yoda or breathe like Darth Vader. I do like Star Wars. Yoda. Oh. So I talk like that all the time. Or breathe like Darth Vader. Probably breathe like Darth Vader. So fun though. Yeah, probably just go like Darth Vader. What's the other one? Have every movie you watch slowly turn into Shrek, or every song slowly turns into All Star. If you don't know what All Star is, it's the song off Shrek where it goes, somebody once told me the world was gone. Yeah. That's funny that. That's actually quite funny. Oh, I like movies more than music. However, I really like Shrek. That's a tough one though. Probably let the song go into, every song go into All-Star. Yeah, I'll probably let every song go into All-Star. But I do like Shrek, but I couldn't not be able to like watch like some movies ever again and it not be Shrek. Do you know what I mean? And it not become Shrek. Like, I want to watch certain movies again. So yeah, I'll go with All-Star. Get 10 grand right now, or every time you put your hand in your pocket, you get a penny. Right? When I seen this question, I actually done the math behind it. So it would take me something like 37 8-hour shifts. So providing I'm doing it for 8 hours a day, put my hand in my pocket to get a brand new penny. So it like respawns, you know what I mean? Put it in, pull it up, put it in, pull it up, put it in, pull it up, do you know what I mean? That kind of thing. It take 37 shifts of 8-hour shifts. Do you know what I mean? So 37 8-hour shifts it'd take for me to get the 10 grand. So you don't get me wrong, you have the opportunity to make more if you work harder, or even just like you've still got the ability for the rest of your life. But in my mind, doing a month of 8-hour shifts, more than a month of 8-hour shifts to get the 10 grand just doesn't sound like too convenient. But then like, yeah, so a month. So let's just narrow it down to a month, right? A month will get me 10 grand. 8-hour shifts, 10 grand, 8-hour shifts. Divide that by 4, 2.5 grand a week. I'm getting just to put my hand in my pocket. I did think that the 10 grand would be just better. So I'm going for the penny. I'm thinking of the long game now. Go for the penny. We go for the penny now. Never need glasses or never have back pain. Yeah, people, if you've never had back pain, if you've ever had back pain, you'll know how bad it is. I had back pain, was in a car crash, hurt, got back pain, blah blah blah. Back pain is well worse than needing glasses. I'd have glasses easily. Back pain is well worse than needing glasses. The inconvenience of not being able to see and you have to put these spectacles on your face is nothing compared to the inconvenience of not being able to sleep, not being able to like bend over properly, not being able to sit properly. 100%. I'm gonna have the glasses. I'm taking the glasses straight away. Back pain is awful. Would you rather sleep with someone the first date or have to wait 6 months? Probably just first date, screw it. One of them. It doesn't work out, but like, don't get me wrong, it's probably better to wait the 6 months. You probably like each other a lot more, the relationship is most likely to be successful. But like, that means you can never have just like a little one night stand and it's just like, do you know what I mean? So I'd go for the first date, screw it. Or would you, wait, or is it forever? Or is it just a one-off? I'm assuming it's forever, so I'll go for why are they all sex-driven questions now? So, amazing sex for an hour, or average sex for an hour, amazing sex for 10 minutes. Average sex. Sound like a typical guy now where it's just like, oh, we only last like 3 minutes, that kind of thing. But it's 10 minutes of amazing, do you know what I mean? It's amazing. You've just got to pick the better time, haven't you? So I go for the amazing for 10. Like, surely. I think, would everyone? No. Would everyone pick that? I don't know. I'd pick that, I think. 10 minutes? That's quite short though. Yeah, I'll go for the 10 minutes. Amazing sex once a week or average sex every day? I go for once a week. Because if it's amazing, like I'm thinking like it's literally like 10 out of 10. I'm not thinking it's 8 out of 10. I'm thinking this is 10 out of 10. This is like absolutely amazing. I go for that once a week, something to look forward to, I guess. Something that you know, like, oh yeah, can't wait for Friday night. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, probably go for that. Saying 10 songs the rest of your life or saying 5 movies for the rest of your life. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. I pretty much do that anyway. I do watch a lot of movies. Well, I haven't recently, but on average, I do watch a lot of movies. I could easily watch the same 5 movies for the rest of my life. I could easily listen to the same 10 songs for the rest of my life. I wouldn't find any difficulty in that. As long as I get to pick them. If I don't get to pick them, then I'd go for the 10 songs. If I don't get to pick them, if I do get to pick them, either. Doesn't really matter. No toothpaste or no shampoo. I guess there is natural ways to clean your teeth, but it is a bit scatty, I guess. Do you know what I'd go for? I'd go for no shampoo. I'd go for no shampoo. That's what I'd go for. I'd go for no shampoo because I'd just shave my head. Simple as. Shave my head, bit of aftershave on my head, just all done. I'd live in a country with amazing weather, but the cost of living is very high. As I went high, I actually done a voice break. Little did you know. Or cheap cost of living, but somewhere with terrible weather. I like to think Liverpool is literally like a 4 out of 10 when it comes to weather. I'm not gonna lie, it's a 4 out of 10. And I enjoy Liverpool. Like right now, it's quite sunny. It's quite nice weather. I should be sat outside from doing this for you guys and for me, I guess, but for you guys. Like Liverpool's a 4 out of 10. But like I feel like a 1 out of 10 is a lot worse than Liverpool. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm thinking of just rough weather. I'd go for the cost of living being really high. Weather, honestly, me going to Australia made me realise how important weather is. It makes such a difference. You can see it in everyone's just like demeanour. Everyone's just a lot happier. Because everyone can just walk places, everyone can just like go on little runs, do exercise outside, just want to meet up outside. You're just always seeing people outside, and that's what's so good about Australia. Everyone's outside, and like I love that. So I'd probably go for the cost of living really high, nice weather, and just live below me means. Not live above me means, live below your means. Live humbly. Right, trapped in a rom-com with people you hate / enemies, or a horror with your best friends. Providing that we're not gonna die. Providing that we don't die. So me and my best friends, we're main characters. We are Stranger Things. We are it. Like the group of friends where they find the clown. Providing that like it's like that, we don't die, but it is like a bit of a horror kind of movie. I'd go for the horror. Because it'd be some story. And I like seeing things like a game. I love strategy and thinking, no, this is the best thing to do and devising a plan. I love all that. Just literally in real life and blah, blah, blah. That's why I like maths. That's why, honestly, that's why I'm so optimistic, most likely as well. When I see problems, I see them as like a fun puzzle to solve. Do you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, things can happen in my life and it's a bit like, oh my god, this is like a nightmare. I hate this. Why am I in this situation? But it's also just like kind of like fun to some degree. Like there is a level of like, I want to solve this problem. Do you know what I mean? No, I don't try and run away from it. I try to solve it. So a horror would be more, and my mate's a little bit that way inclined as well. So a horror would be interesting. I'll probably go with a horror. People who I hate / do my head in / my enemies. I don't even know if I've got any enemies. I got enemies, got a lot of enemies. yeah, don't even think I've got people like that anyway, so I'd be in a rom-com on my bill. But yeah, probably go for the horror. Meet to Meets. Long speech in front of 10,000 people, or kiss your nan on the mouth. Honestly, I'd probably just do the speech in front of 10,000 people. It's nothing to do with kissing me nan on the mouth. That is a delicacy in my family. But yeah, I'll probably go for the 10,000 speech because one, put me in out my comfort zone a little bit. I'm pretty comfortable in them situations anyway, like quite comfortable. But if I've done 10,000, like that's a lot of people. I think putting myself out my comfort zone would be good anyway. So go for the 10,000. Extremely attractive or extremely rich? Kind of the same thing. If you're extremely attractive, you can get a modelling job and blah blah blah, make a lot of money. If you're extremely rich, you're pretty much extremely attractive anyway. It depends what you mean attractive. I'm assuming the first attractive part is good looking. Extremely rich, you're gonna get interest into whatever type of people you're into, whether you're gay, straight, or into whatever, I don't know. Like you're gonna get a trophy wife, husband, blah 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 anyway. So I wouldn't worry. Not just that, I think like this is what people really like misunderstand. So people say, some girls are such gold diggers, do you know what I mean? Like all they want is money and blah blah blah. Like what people don't understand is it's not the fact that sometimes it's not the fact that they have money. It's the fact that they're that driven and that kind of like good at something, that they're able to make a lot of money. Like that's an attractive trait, to be driven and kind of be like very like kind of focused on like self-improvement and stuff like that. Like that's an attractive trait in a man. Do you know what I mean? And girls like that. So like it's not necessarily that they have the money. The money is potentially the byproduct of the attractive traits. Do you know what I mean? I thought I'd just give you some insight on that. But extremely rich. I think if you're extremely rich, you're gonna find like a good partner anyway. So extremely rich, most likely. I'm pretty happy with my level of attractiveness as it is. Do you know what I mean? Pretty happy. I'm very, very comfortable in myself. So yeah, I'd go for extremely rich. If I'm living this life, extremely rich. Dream job for the day or billionaire for the day? Honestly, right, even though dream job is like amazing and that's sort of like what I want a dream job and that, whatever, I think a billionaire for the day would be more fun. Like your dream job for the day, you're still having to work. Whereas if you're only getting one day, I think a billionaire, you could just go do, like, you could schedule your day where it's absolutely mad. You're knackered by the end of it. But you've got to do so many amazing things. So I'll probably go for the billionaire. Just, do you know what I mean? It's a kind of like a once in a lifetime opportunity though. Be locked in a room with 3 lions or 100 naked predators. Oh my god. John, there's just 100 naked Johns. Jesus. That's mad, that. 100 naked Johns or 3 lions. So, right, it's all about survival. It's all about survival. Right? You're in a room with 3 lions. 3 lions is a lot in a room. I'm thinking of like quite a small room, bear in mind. I'm thinking of a room that can fit them, how many entities there are, right? So it can fit that many entities and each entity can walk around a little bit. That's how big each room is. So the 100 predator room is a lot bigger than the lion room. But so there is a chance I could kind of survive the lions. They could be tired, they could be wanting to lie down, blah blah blah. I could be just really still, not a threat. However, if they do turn on me, I'm definitely dead. The 100 predators, could I survive 100 Johns? 100 naked Johns, actually, it's not even 100 Johns, 100 naked Johns. Could I survive that in a room? Like, is there a way where I could just blend in? I don't think there is either. I think I'm more of a prey to John than I am to a lion. Oh, imagine John sat there watching this podcast and he's like, oh, no way. Getting exposed here. John the Predator, Jesus. That's different. Like, what do you pick? Let's be honest. Like, you're going to survive life with the 100 Johns. They're likely not going to kill me, but they're definitely gonna pursue me, if you know what I'm saying. They're definitely gonna like invest their time into me. Like, I'd literally be like, I don't know, who's like, I'd be the Madison Beer of that room, put it that way. I'd be like the hot thing that everyone's wanting. Yeah, Jesus. 100 Johns, do you reckon? 100 Johns? 100 Johns. Like 100 Johns. That's 100 Johns walking sticks, just flying around, just slapping people in the face and stuff like that. So yeah, like Jesus. Maybe I'd chance the 3 Lions. 3 Lions, England are going to win the Euros, I'll tell you that. Yeah, tough on that, people. Remembered for the wrong reasons or forgotten when you're dead? Forgotten when you're dead, easily. What's the point in being remembered for like the wrong reasons? There's not. Like, people want to be remembered for being like a horrible person and that, because at least they're remembered. No. If you live that life, you're never going to feel fulfilled, ever. You're chasing fulfillment. You're not going to get fulfillment. Do you know what I mean? Fulfillment's on a stick in front of you with the string hanging down every time you're running. Do you know what I mean? You're basically running on a treadmill, expecting yourself to go actually forward to get to your goal. You're not. So like, it's either being remembered for something for the right reasons or not being remembered at all. That they're the only options I go for anyway. So yeah, forgotten when I'm dead. Be the world leading person in one thing, or the most well-rounded person ever. That's a good one. If I can choose the thing, I'd probably go for that one thing. Because like, I'd enjoy that one thing, and do you know what I mean? I could be, you know what I mean, the best at that thing. I could make a lot of money from that thing, have a career based around that thing, do you know what I mean? So I'll probably pick that, but being well-rounded does sound like a good idea. It does sound really good. I'll probably go for that one thing. Because like, it's like cool. You might also be good at like cricket. But how many times are you going to play cricket? Like, you know what I mean? You're not even the best at cricket either, you're just good at it. So like, what's the point? So yeah, go for that one thing. Peg your best mate or be pegged by your best mate. Joe, you're getting pegged. Joe, you don't even watch it. You don't even watch this. But I'm letting you know right now, you're getting pegged. Joe, you're getting pegged. Yeah, I go for Peg and Joe. I'd call them the B word loads. I'd slap him down. I'd literally make a mockery of him. I'd make him feel violated. And then we'd talk about it later. Be like, yeah, sorry about that, mate. It was just, I just got carried away. I am letting you know right now. It's a bit sad. I'm a bit worried. Actually, so where I'm sat right now, this is where I do like my TikTok lives. This is where sometimes I do my videos, right? But it's definitely where I do my podcast. I can see through. We have these like doors opposite me, right, that go into like the garden, and obviously it's glass. And I can see someone's roof from across the road, kind of thing, here. And honestly, I kid you not, there's these 2 pigeons, yeah, that always sit on that roof, yeah. And I'm convinced that they're lovers. I actually did feel like I did see them like make love one went behind the other, and they were sort of just there for like a couple of seconds, then they flew away. It definitely looked like they were making love, but I'm worried. Oh, well, actually, also they sit there both on the top, and it looks like they're kissing. Like they might be sharing food, I don't know, but it looks like they're kissing. They're always together. The last few days, I've just seen this one pigeon just sat there. Something might have happened to the lover. I feel bad. Very much of a tangent, but yeah, I hope the pigeon's lover returns. But yeah, so moving on to the next one. I think this is the last one actually. Give up on what you want in life and just chill, or have to struggle to achieve your goals. So I'm taking this as you are guaranteed an easy, peaceful life. This is what I'm taking this as. You're guaranteed an easy, peaceful life. You don't have to do anything. You are going to have food. You're going to have your sources of entertainment. You're going to have, like, you know, a bit of a social life, blah, blah, blah. It's not too much of a social life. I'm seeing it as like you're on a bit of an island. I mean, it's a nice island. Nah, I don't want to say an island because that's like too good. You're just guaranteed your home, like a house above your head, Netflix and like telly and that. You're guaranteed that. You're guaranteed food. You're guaranteed like water. And you can just chill. That life, or struggle to achieve my goals. I know it sounds like, nah, you pick the one where you can just easily live life and that, whatever. But like, until I've gotten there later in life, like I know I'll feel that true kind of feeling of it, kind of thing, and I'll know the true like lesson of it as well. But there's nothing more better in our lives. Love and purpose, I'm telling you now, right? Following something that you're passionate about and finding purpose towards that and working towards a goal and struggling. I'm telling you now, there's nothing better than that. There's nothing. I know it. Like I've been through it a bit. I haven't been through it to the extent of like what I will later in life, and sort of when I can look back when I'm 60 and stuff like that. But I know that is the right decision to make. Life is, it sounds a bit dark this or whatever, but life is suffering. If you are not suffering in life, you are not living. You need to sacrifice. Well, not humans, like people. You're not meant to sacrifice people, right? Unless you're in a cult. But anyway, you're meant to sacrifice. You are meant to give up things. You're meant to go, I will sacrifice my time that I want to do this thing for this, because this is for the greater of good for my life or other people's lives or society. Do you know what I mean? It's all about sacrifice, struggling, suffering. It's like when someone passes, a loved one dies, you suffer, you feel that pain, but the reason that you've got that is because you decide to take the upside of having a deep, meaningful relationship. Do you know what I mean? The positive of that relationship and the love and that you got from it outweighed the negative side of the pain you're gonna get. I promise you now, purpose, love, passion, they're the things like I truly can't, without any hesitation, feel they're the things that are most important in life that would make you better as a person, but even just happier as a person to choose. So that's a good one to end on, to be fair. I would not give up on what I'm trying to achieve just so I can have an easy life. I'd rather have to struggle to achieve my goals, because that's where purpose is going to come. That's where passion is. And, you know, that's where the love is, I guess. Check me in. So people, I've totally enjoyed this one. This one's been really interesting. Next one, this is what I've been wanting to do, right? I've been wanting to do a call-in one. Give people advice. Do you know what I mean? Just my thoughts on stuff and whatever. But I don't know if we're there yet. It might be a case of we do that like in like 10 episodes later, that kind of thing, when people are starting to actually watch this like regularly and it's like a thing and a bit more consistent. But yeah, it's been fun. I've enjoyed this one. I will think of something that I can put on the Instagram stories. You can have input, blah de blah, and we'll get the next podcast up. But for people, this was the Danny Roberts Experience, episode 3. Would you rather? Thank you, and we've got the scarf now, so we can actually up the serves. So up the serves, people. See you later. Have a good one. Hope you have a good day when you're listening to this and whatever. I'll try to get this uploaded as soon as I can. Peace out, people. Have a good one. Bye.